What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video I am finally building something with the new Oasis Courtyard kit. I was almost gonna call it a stuff pack. It's not a stuff pack, it's a kit. And yeah, I finally had time to sit down and build something with the new kit, and I'm so excited about this build. I really like the way it turned out. It was something so different for me. I barely ever build in this style. I'm building in Oasis Springs, as you can see, and I barely ever build in Oasis Springs as it is. But yeah, I was having so much fun with it. I was feeling so inspired by the new kit. It's so beautiful. All the items in it are so well made. And yeah, I overall really had a blast building this house. Now, I thought I was very well prepared when I started building this. Like when I got the new kit, I didn't have time immediately because I had work and things like that. But a few days later, I actually finally had time to sit down and build something with the new kit. So I thought I was very well prepared. I went on Pinterest, like even way before the kit came out, like when it first leaked. I went on Pinterest to look up like inspiration pictures and to kind of come up with a plan of the type of house that I wanted to build with it. And I found a lot of different pictures that I thought would be fun to work with. So I kind of just gathered all these photos and looked at them and took inspiration from them. And yeah, I figured out the kind of build that I wanted to do. And then when I sat down and actually started building, it didn't work out at all. Like my whole plan, nope, it wasn't working. It was not what I liked, and it didn't come out the way I thought it would, and it just didn't meet my expectations. So I was struggling a lot. Like before I came up with this build, like the final product, if you will, I think I scrapped like 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 builds before this one. So like I looked up different inspiration pictures to just build something different, and I started from scratch a couple times, but it just didn't work out. And then finally I came up with this. I looked at a photo that I found a little bit, but I kind of let it go pretty fast. It was like a facade of a house that I really liked. So I kind of got started with that picture that I found, but I let go of it pretty fast, and I feel like it doesn't even look like the picture that I found anymore at all. But it was something that got me started at least. And then I finally came up with this build, and I'm really happy with the way that it came out basically. And obviously, because I wanted to use all the items in the new pack, I wanted to build a courtyard, which is something that I have never done before, I don't think. At least not in this, at least not this way. So this was something completely new for me, but I really enjoyed the whole courtyard aspect. The house, as you can see, is not that big, and the courtyard is not that big either. But I do think it turned out really nice, and I tried to use pretty much all of the items in the pack, except the beautiful like doors and archways, like the beautiful archway with the open doors, and then the same archway like with the doors closed, so that's a door basically. Those are so beautiful, but we only got them for the tallest wall height. And if there is one thing that I don't know how to build with, it's the tallest wall height. I don't know what it is, but I struggle with the tall wall height so much. I tried it a million times also for this build, which I cut all of that footage out, but I tried to make this build work with the tall wall height, but I just don't like the way it looks. To me, it looks so out of proportion, and I really struggle with the tallest wall height. I don't know how other people do it. Maybe if I build a house that's slightly bigger than this one, because even though the house is quite spacious, it's not very big, because obviously there is that whole part in the middle that's outside, which is courtyard. So yeah, the house, I don't know, the shape of the house itself is kind of odd, obviously, as well. But yeah, I don't know, the tall wall height for this build, I couldn't make it work, which is sad because that means that I didn't get to use the beautiful door and archway that we got for the tall wall height, which is a shame. So I definitely do want to do another build with this pack, obviously. And then I will definitely try to make the tall wall height work. But yeah, for this one, I let go of the idea of using the wall height, the tall wall height, and I just went with whatever felt right to me, which is the medium wall height. Luckily, we also got a very beautiful archway for the medium wall height, so I got to use that, and we got a very nice little door for the short wall height that I used in this build as well. And then obviously I also used the beautiful new columns that we got. And yeah, I was overall very, very inspired by all of the items, and I love the tiles that we got in this pack. The tiles on the floor and also on the wall, but mainly the tiles on the floor are so beautiful and something so different. Like, it's not like I barely ever use tiles as it is. I do use tiles for like kitchens and bathrooms and things, but for like living rooms and stuff, I barely ever use tiles because it's not something that I'm used to. All the houses I know and the places I'm familiar with have like wooden floors mainly, except like I said for like the kitchens and bathrooms and things like that. But yeah, mainly wooden floors. So tiles on the floor is something that I'm not very used to, but I did use the tiles, like as you can see, the new tiles from the kit here and there. And I mainly also used a tile from Jungle Adventure for the inside of this build, and then I did go in later on and I placed some like little details with the tiles from the new kit and stuff, and you'll see that later on. But I did have a lot of fun with the flooring for this build. I thought it was so much fun, and all of the items overall are just so pretty and so inspiring. And as you can see, when I finished the general shape of the house and I finished like the whole like color scheme and yeah, just the walls and the floors and things like that, I pretty much immediately got started on the courtyard. I placed that fountain in the courtyard, and then like as you can see, I was all over the place for this build. Like I didn't know where to start. So here I quickly furnished a little part on the inside of the build, which later on I changed completely. As you can see, I put a round dining table with chairs in that little area by the front door with a little fountain. I did swap that out and I turned it into an actual seating area. Right now it's a dining area, but I do have another dedicated dining room in this house. So I thought I would swap this table out for an actual seating area because I didn't really have an actual living room on the inside of the house. So yeah, later on I swapped out this shelving unit and this table with the chairs until way later. Not until way later though, so it's gonna be here for a little while. But yeah, I quickly furnished this little part of the house, and then I'm pretty sure I went back to the exterior to finish up like the landscaping and stuff like that, because I didn't really do any landscaping at all. Yeah, so here you can see that I went back to the exterior of the house and I placed some columns and I did some detailing on the exterior of the house. And later on, I actually also changed the window situation for some rooms because I just randomly placed the windows like how they would look good on the outside of the house. But I did change around the window situation a little bit for the kitchen, for example, because it wasn't working out. The window situation I have right now was not working out for the kitchen at all, which is fine. I swapped it out and it worked out in the end perfectly fine. But this build actually took me a long time. This build turned out to be way bigger than I initially was planning on building. I don't know. When we first got the kit, I wanted to build something fairly quickly. I don't know, because whenever a new pack comes out, I feel a little bit stressed to like some extent because I do want to create content with it as well. So whenever a new kit comes out or a new pack comes out, I usually, when I don't have that much time, I usually try to go for a smaller build that still looks really good. I always have a lot of fun with it, don't get me wrong. I always have a lot of fun with building and trying to come up with something, especially when we have like a new kit or a new pack. But yeah, whenever a new pack comes out, I feel like I want to get out a new build like fairly quickly because I want to upload and I want to show you guys what I did with the pack and things like that. So yeah, I initially wanted to build something a lot smaller than this, but because the items in this pack feel so grand and a lot of the a lot of the items actually are really big, like they literally are very big. So yeah, because the items feel so grand and so luxurious and so like intimidating to an extent, I didn't really feel like building a small house. I was initially going for a small house, but it turned out to be a really spacious house, which it makes sense because of the items like I just explained. But yeah, that's the reason why it took me a long time to actually finish this build. Also because I was struggling a lot with it, like with the shape and just with the overall build, like how I wanted it to look. I was struggling with it a lot. But yeah, overall, like I said before, I do really enjoy the way that it came out. It is quite a spacious house, and I just decided to go for the whole family house situation, so that's what I did. The house has a double bedroom, like a shared bedroom for the children, and then it has, like you can see, the house has a very small little second floor, which I turned into the parents' bedroom. So the parents have like this whole like upstairs area with a nice balcony looking out over the courtyard, and they have their own ensuite as well. So that's a really nice little area for the parents. I feel like that is so like nice and private, and yeah, it just made sense to me. And then the kids have their shared bedroom on the ground floor. And as you can see, the house is kind of like a square, like everything is built around this courtyard. So that made the floor planning very, very interesting. I had a lot of fun coming up with this floor plan. I was struggling with it a lot. It took me a long time to come up with this floor plan, but I do really like the way that it came out. I'm so happy with this, and it made me feel so inspired. Like I am definitely not done building houses with courtyards after this one. Like I kind of feel like it opened up a new style of building to me. I have tried building like Mediterranean homes, Spanish inspired houses before, but obviously this pack is more Moroccan inspired, which I don't know if I got that vibe completely right. Like honestly, I'm not claiming that this is supposed to be a Moroccan house, because it's not. It's just a house that I came up with. It's probably a mixture between Moroccan and Spanish and Mediterranean and whatever. But yeah, I have tried building Mediterranean houses before, but I tried to make this one a little bit different, obviously, because it has a courtyard and stuff like that. And I don't know, I feel like it opened up a whole new style of building, like I just said. So I'm definitely not done, and I want to do more builds in this style. Maybe like a community lot or something would be a lot of fun as well. Or maybe I do want to try building a small house, like an actual tiny house with this pack. That could be very, very interesting as well. But yeah, I am definitely not done exploring this style. And also because this pack is so beautiful and so colorful. So obviously I went with a specific color scheme for this house. And then maybe for the next one, I want to try a color scheme, like just a completely different color scheme, because there are so many bright colors. For the tiles, for example, there is this very beautiful like bright red swatch as well, and like a bright green. And those are like the type of colors that I wouldn't naturally use. I usually go for like softer colors, like more neutrals with some like pops of color here and there. So yeah, this build is definitely very bright and colorful, and I'm not done exploring that at all. So yeah, overall I had a lot of fun with this. But you can see that we actually moved on to the interior for real this time. And I started with this very spacious hallway situation. I, as you can see, did not limit my pack usage. I was thinking that my first build with this kit, I wanted it to be a base game and kit only build. But then I decided against it because I just really wanted to explore like how I could combine the pack with other packs. I just wanted to sit down and have fun with that, basically. So that's what I decided to do. And obviously, like we already knew, the pack combines very, very nicely with Jungle Adventure as well. So I used a lot of Jungle Adventure items in here. I also actually used a couple of Batu items, which I know a lot of people don't have the Batu pack, which I mean, I don't blame you, but I do have it, and I did find some items here and there that I just really enjoyed. For example, the rug from Batu, it's a really weird looking rug kind of thing, but I did place it in one of the little hallways because it fit there perfectly and it was just so beautiful. It's that little green rug in the hallway situation next to the dining room. Maybe you could see it just now, but yeah. So I did try and see which packs would combine with this very nicely, and I did find that Movie Hangout also pairs really nicely. Like the more bohemian, colorful items go very nicely with this kit. And as you can see, I also used the hanging lights from Batu a couple times. I used them in the dining table, and I used them in the entryway as well. And I think I also used a different hanging light from Batu in the kitchen over the kitchen island. And so yeah, I was basically just having a lot of fun trying to pair the items from the kit with items from different packs, and I had a lot of fun with it, and I feel like it turned out very nicely. But yeah, you can kind of see the house come together. The overall vibe of it is very colorful, very much out of my comfort zone with all the tiles everywhere, but it was so refreshing to me, and I just had so much fun with it. And here you can see, as I was actually furnishing this house, I was still trying to figure out which rooms I wanted to have which purpose. Like I didn't know, like I knew where I wanted the kitchen to be, I knew where I wanted the dining room to be, but that was pretty much it. And I also knew that I wanted the parents' bedroom to be upstairs. So that's what I figured out pretty fast. But then for the rest, I didn't know what to do. So for this room, I decided to turn it into a skill building area because this house does not have a TV. Like I said, at first I didn't even have a proper living room inside. Obviously it has the courtyard for a living area, but I felt like it needed a living area inside as well. But then when I placed that, I did not have the space for a TV, and it also just, a TV would really kill the vibes in there. So I decided to not place a TV in this house. But obviously your Sims need to get their fun up from time to time, so I figured I would just turn this room into like a skill building / entertainment room. I placed a computer in here and a bookcase, as well as an easel and a chess table, and also a toy box for the kids to play with. So there are a lot of activities in this room, and yeah, it has a beautiful window to the courtyard as well. And this house overall, to me, it feels so cozy and warm and yeah, just family friendly, and I had a lot of fun with this. It has a couple bathrooms as well. I think it has, it has this bathroom near the entryway, or off of the entryway really, by the stairs. And then it has a bathroom in between the kitchen and the kids' bedroom as well. And then obviously the parents have their own ensuite as well, and they're all full bathrooms. This one in the entryway also has laundry in it. So yeah, I really wanted it to feel like an actual family home, so I decided to actually include laundry as well, which I think was the right decision. I think it makes sense for this house. But yeah, the floor plan, I can totally understand if you do not have any clue about how this floor plan looks. I can totally understand. But once we finish up this speed build, I will obviously give you a little overview of the house in the game in real time so that you can get a better idea of the whole floor plan situation for this house. But we're moving on to the kitchen, and the kitchen I found really intimidating at first because the room is very big and the shape is a little bit odd. And I was like, at first I thought I needed to turn this room into the living area, but then I was like, I don't really want to do that. I want the living area to be a little bit smaller. So then I decided to just turn it into the kitchen anyway. And I really like how this came out. Like I said, it was a bit intimidating at first, and here you can see that I also just decided to change up the whole window situation in here. It maybe doesn't make as much sense from the outside anymore, but I mean, it's the back of the house and there is nothing back there. Like there is no backyard or anything, because I am building this on a 30 by 20 lot. So the lot is not that big and the house literally takes up the whole lot. So I did not have the space for a backyard. I was thinking actually of moving the house to a bigger lot because I was thinking that maybe I wanted to have an extra like backyard area with a swimming pool, but I decided against it because I liked the vibes of this house on this smaller lot, and I liked the fact that it takes up the whole lot and it doesn't have a backyard but only a courtyard. I don't know, for this house I just felt like it made sense, and it was something different as well. So I decided to keep it on this lot. But yeah, like I said, I changed the window situation in the kitchen, so it doesn't make as much sense from the outside anymore. But like I said, I don't feel like it really matters because you're not gonna ever be back there, and you're not going to be looking at the house from that angle really, with the walls up at least, I feel like. So it doesn't make it, it's not that big of a problem to me at least. But here you can see the kitchen really come together. I did place a couple of couches in here. There are a lot of little seating areas scattered throughout this house. So I felt like the house doesn't really need a very large like TV room or something, because it just has a lot of little nooks where you can sit down, like scattered throughout the whole build. So that makes it very cozy to me, and you can just really sit and hang out anywhere. And like I said, a TV would just really kill the vibes. So yeah, I really like the fact that it has a lot of little chairs and couches here and there. Yeah, I don't know, it makes the house feel very welcoming and warm and inviting to me. But yeah, you can really see the house come together. And by the way, something completely different. Did you guys watch the trailer? I mean, of course you did, but what did you think of the trailer for the new game pack? I don't know what's happening. Like, I wasn't even finished with this house when that trailer dropped, which was yesterday for me. I was still working on this house with the new items. I was still getting used to all the new items and looking at the swatches and having fun with that. And then they already dropped a new trailer for the new pack, and I'm so excited about that pack. I know the whole new pack is like, the whole aesthetic of it is worlds away from this build. Like it's way different, obviously, but I still want to talk about it for a second because I'm so excited about that pack. Like the whole like modular furniture vibe and sectional couches and a separate stove and oven is like literally what I wanted for The Sims 4 since day one. Like the separate stove and oven is really something that I missed from day one, and now we're finally getting it. And sectional sofas as well. I am so extremely excited about it. I think that this is my dream pack. Like this is my dream pack. I have been waiting for this, and this goes for a lot of builders, but I have been waiting for this for so long, and now we're finally getting these key features that are so important for interior design, obviously. And the kit, or I mean the pack obviously is also dedicated to interior design, so it makes sense. But I don't know, I'm so happy that we're getting that pack, and I can't wait. And it's dropping June 1st, which is not that long from now. I am so extremely excited about that new pack. But yeah, let me know what you think. Are you excited for the new pack? And what are some of the new like key features of that pack, or like items that you saw from the screenshots or the trailer that you are most excited for? Please let me know, because I'm really interested in hearing your opinion, and I really want to hear what you have to say about it. But yeah, I am overall so extremely excited about the new kit or the new pack. Oh my gosh! But I can't wait. I can't wait for it. And I already have so many ideas, and it's so perfect for family houses as well, which you probably, if you've watched my videos before, if you're familiar with my videos at all, you will know that family homes are my favorite types of builds to do in The Sims. So yeah, and I feel like this pack is going to be perfect for family homes, and I can't wait for it to come out. I think all the furniture items look so nice and so good. And yeah, but please let me know what you think about it, because I really want to know, and I really want to hear your opinion. But you can see that we are moving on to the kids' room, and before this you could actually see that I swapped that room that I furnished in the very beginning of the video, that I swapped it out for a living area. So there is an actual nice space to hang out on the inside of the build as well now, which is really nice. And then here you can see that the kids actually have a very spacious bedroom to share, which is really, really nice. You could maybe even turn it into 2 bedrooms somehow if you wanted to, I feel like. I didn't really want to do that because I wanted the room to feel very spacious, because all the rooms in this house are quite big and spacious and airy and grand looking, and that's what I wanted for this bedroom as well. But I'm in love with the color scheme in here. I think it looks so nice. I said this 1,000 times before, but yellow and blue, or like orange and teal, like that kind of vibe that I'm going for in this bedroom, is definitely my favorite color combination ever. So whenever I get to use it, I am so extremely excited about it. But yeah, as you can see, there is a little hallway between the kids' bedroom and the kitchen. And then the kids' bedroom actually has another door that leads to that little skill building room as well. So the whole house is kind of like a circle, if that makes sense. Like you can kind of just walk around like through all of the rooms. They're all connected in that sense. And then there is a little bathroom in between the kitchen and the kids' bedroom as well. So overall, I feel like the floor plan of this house ended up making a lot of sense, which I was really happy about because I was very worried about it in the beginning when I started on this build. But yeah, I feel like it makes sense now and I'm very excited about it. But I'll give you a proper walkthrough at the end of this video because I can totally understand that you completely lost the whole floor plan for this build. By the way, something else that's completely different and off topic, I talked about this in my previous video, but I am going to be starting streaming on Twitch pretty soon. Everything is kind of coming together now. The whole like aesthetic for my streams and the whole artwork situation for my streams is really coming together now. And with that, I also started a Discord. So if you are familiar with Discord at all, and if you enjoy being in Discord servers, I thought a Discord server would be a nice addition to my whole YouTube channel and then later on my Twitch channel as well. I thought it would be a fun place for the community to kind of come together and talk to each other and get to know each other. I thought that that would be a lot of fun. So I set up a Discord a few days ago. I have been working on it for a couple days now, and I'm still trying to figure it out because I don't know a lot about Discord. So I really had to watch like a lot of videos and read a lot of little articles on how to set everything up, and I'm still working on it, but I feel like I can share it with you guys now. So if you want to join my Discord server, I will place an invite link in the description box down below. So you can come check out my Discord, you can come say hi, you can just take a look around, and please also let me know if there are any mistakes or things that are weird or don't make sense. If you feel like you want to have a look around in my Discord and if you want to say hi, please feel free to do so. I would be so delighted to have you over in my Discord server. And I feel like it's also a fun place to actually be able to like drop video requests and send me inspiration pictures for builds that you would like to see, things like that. And we can just talk about The Sims over there. We can talk about different things. I set up a bunch of channels. So if you want to go ahead and check it out, once again, there is a invite link in the description box down below, and I would love for you to come say hi if you're interested at all. You don't have to, obviously, but I personally really enjoy Discord servers. I think they're a lot of fun, and I think they're a great place to get to know people and kind of start a community and make friends online about things like that you enjoy, for example, The Sims. So yeah, I thought it'd be a fun thing to set up. So yeah, if you want to come say hi, please feel free to do so. And if you have any questions about it, or if you have any like suggestions for it, I would be so delighted because all the feedback is truly, truly appreciated, and I could definitely use some help as well over there. But yeah, with that being said, this is the end of the speed build, so let's hop into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the house in the game. I really like the facade of the house. I really like the pops of color here and there that you can see, and I also really like this plant. I think it's so pretty, and it also sizes down quite nicely. It does leave a little bit of a shadow, but I don't know, I really like this plant. I think it's so pretty. Here you can see kind of an overview of the floor plan of the house. I feel like maybe it looks a little bit messy, but it does make a lot of sense when you get to know the floor plan. So first of all, we have the front door over here, and then you enter into this very spacious hallway, and then off to the side we have this nice seating area with a lot of plants, and it has a little faucet fountain thingy on the wall here that's from Jungle Adventure. And then immediately you have these large archways that lead into the courtyard, and you can basically enter the courtyard from all angles. We have the archways here, we have an archway here, and over here you can enter as well, and then there is a little door, like a little hallway over there as well. But yeah, like I said, here we have the main entryway. There's a bathroom off of the entryway as well with laundry in it. But then when we go to the left of the house, you can see that there is a little walkway, like a little hallway in between here, and then you enter into the dining area. So right here we have the formal dining area. The house is not too cluttered because it's already so busy looking with all the tiles, like the tiles on the floor and on the wall, like the mosaic and things like that. So I didn't want to clutter it up too much because it's already so busy looking, if that makes sense. But yeah, this is the main dining area, and then you can walk through here. We have another little open airy hallway situation, and then you can enter into the kitchen right here. So we have a very, very spacious kitchen with an island, and obviously we have a tea maker and some tea over here, and then also a little coffee bar over here. And if you want to just hang out in the kitchen when someone else is cooking, for example, you can also just sit down here and just relax and read a book or whatever you want to do. And then there are some decorations over here as well. When we move along, we have another little entryway or a little hallway space right here. Once again, you can walk out to the courtyard from here, and there is a little bathroom over here as well, which is mainly the bathroom for the kids to use because the kids' bedroom is over here. It's very colorful, as you can see. I really like the way that this came out. The colors in here are so bright and pretty and happy, and yeah, I just really like the warm vibes of this bedroom. This bedroom is not too cluttered either, as you can see. They do have a couple of toys. They have a nice dollhouse and just a Blarfy and a toy box, and obviously a very nice large bookcase where they can store all of their books. And then over here, when they go through this door, they enter into the skill building slash entertainment room, I feel like, where there is a computer and an easel, and then a chess table over here as well, and another nice bookcase and a closet for storage purposes. And then when you walk through this little door, you finished the whole like circle of the house, and then you're back into the entryway. And then when we go upstairs, we have this very nice and luxurious feeling bedroom area for the parents. I really love this. I love the fact that the parents have this spacious, or not spacious, but a very nice balcony over here that looks over the whole courtyard. That was definitely a feature that I knew I wanted to build into this house somehow. I mean, it's definitely not perfect because, as you can see, the roof is definitely clipping over here. I could have fixed it by getting rid of the overhang of the roof, but I didn't really want to do that because I like the overhang off the roof, so I wanted to keep it. There is also a little bit of clipping behind this bookcase right here, but yeah, that's fine. I feel like you don't see it because I tried to hide it, and I feel like I succeeded. The parents have their bed obviously over here, and then they have a little ensuite over here as well with a shower and just everything that you would need. And then obviously when we go back down, we have the actual courtyard. So there is a nice space to hang out on these lounge chairs over here, and obviously you can just sit here and lounge around in the center of the house, or the center of the courtyard, or whatever you want to call it, with these couches. I tried to make a custom sectional couch out of these couches, and I feel like it really works. I mean, obviously there are some clipping here, but you can't really see it that well, so I feel like these couches definitely work this way. And then there are some chairs over here as well. But yeah, that is basically it for this house. So this Courtyard family home is up on the gallery, and it comes in at 145,066 simoleons. So it's definitely a very expensive family home, but then again, it is very luxurious and grand looking and very airy and spacious, and just, it definitely feels like a luxurious family home to me. It's also quite big, so I feel like it's worth it. It's still very expensive though. But that's actually it for this build. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. You can obviously go ahead and download this build off the gallery if you want to. My username on the gallery is Simmarysims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmarysims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so, and if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just make sure to click that little bell icon and you should be fine. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next build. Bye!